Pure comfort that's really healthy and good for you. Birkenstock is one of the most famous names in shoe wear, and we have a terrific hour together. We're going to talk about the benefits. We're going to show you some really great designs, so hang on to your hats. We want comfortable feet and we want our Birkenstocks, and this is the hour to hang out with us. Now, why is this hour even more special? Because we have free shipping. We're down to what? How many hours and counting? What am I at, 8 o'clock? We are under 4 hours. We have free shipping for a 24-hour window. You usually do not get that with our Birkenstock shows. So until midnight, you can get all free shipping on Birkenstock. In fact, free shipping on everything here at HSN. But it all ends in under 4 hours. So the countdown is on. And you end up saving a whole lot of money if you're shopping with us a whole lot today. All right, let me give you a peek at a couple items coming up. This is actually one of our newest launches this season, and it's been very successful. I have 3 different colors available, and it's this beautiful toe loop sandal. Just again, that whole Birkenstock style. I think this is very feminine looking. I love that the bands are a little bit lighter or a little bit thinner than a traditional iconic Birkenstock, and I do think that makes a more feminine design. I have light rose, you're seeing right there. I have what's called faded khaki. So if you really have purchased all that camo we've been showing, all of the olive green kind of army colors we've been airing lately, then you're gonna love the faded khaki. And then we have a black, which is kind of your classic black. Now the next one I'm wearing, and not only is it my favorite, but it's also your favorite. You guys have made this a favorite for years and years and years, specifically here at HSN, which I find very interesting. This is the famous Giza. It's the thong comfort sandal. Again, everything has everything has flex pay, but more importantly, you're getting free shipping on your Birkenstocks here at HSN today only. Great time to stock up. Why is this a favorite? A customer pick, because people love the style and they love the comfort. In fact, Mary Muzi in Texas says, this is one of about 50 Birkies I've bought over the years. I love the style so much, I got another color. We have black, silver, white. We have a onyx and a mocha and maybe a coffee. Is it coffee the other one? Maybe. Oh wait, black, silver, white, onyx, licorice, and mocha. Oh, gotcha, okay. So FYI, we don't have a toffee, that's sold out, isn't it? Okay, got it. Customer pick, you can read the reviews, you can start shopping now if you'd like to. 3 flex, makes it easy on the budget, and again, free shipping. And I decided to wear the silver today. I am wearing the silver, which I thought was super cute. And why am I wearing the silver? Because I have J. King jewelry on. And J. King base his jewelry all on silver. You see, look how cute these are. That's the Giza that's coming up. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, you can't see them. There you go, now you can. Isn't that cute? Anyway, there's the silver color for you. All right, let's start with our very first item. Ooh, wait till you see this. Pretty, pretty, a little python, a little glow. All right, we have 2 choices. This is gonna be your shiny python in the eggshell. Love, first time I'm seeing it. And the other one is gonna be your python in the black. So here's what we're gonna do. I wanna go close up on both colors right off the bat, only because I want you to see the difference, because they're very different. So here, when you go really, really close, really, really, really close, you're gonna see you've got this beautiful eggshell, very neutral background, and then notice, see, look at the shine. That's gonna be like almost a matte gold. So it's not super shiny, but it's just really elegant. And then I'm gonna slide the other color in, and this is gonna be a black background, and you can really see that gold accent. Double band, buckled on the front, so you can adjust it, and of course that famous Birkenstock footbed. And to talk all about it, Miss Courtney's joining me. She's been with Birkenstock for a long time, and it's always wonderful to have her back. Courtney, I'm loving the python, okay? Love the animal design.
How great is that? I mean, this is new. This is not a lot of people have seen this shoe. It's gorgeous. And when I tell you, we love exotics. We love anything that's unique to Birkenstock. And this really, really is a great transitional sandal. So it's high summer right now, but this is going to take you into fall, and which is fantastic. So if you're like, oh, I have plenty of, sandals for the season. No, ladies, you need this one, because this is going to take you into fall, into September. And then you know what? You can wear your socks with this. How fun is that?
Oh, I love this. I absolutely love, love, love this. Like, it totally caught my eye when I walked over. I'm like, oh, and I really like the eggshell. Why do you think the eggshell is so appealing?
You know, I love how it's infused with the gold. It's just a really pretty, soft, elegant gold. This is something you don't typically see from Birkenstock. And then again, you have that really great hardware, that gold hardware that plays back into that really light gold. So you are getting this exotic print, and exotics are really what's happening in fashion right now, but it's soft. It's super, super soft. So if you don't really want kind of like a dark python-y exotic, this is a really great neutral.
Oh, I love it as a neutral too. I mean, it could be a more perfect spring, summer, a little bit into fall color. This one obviously I think is 3 season. If you put socks on it, a lot of people do, it's 4 season. All right, now I want you to know, this is the cool thing. We have it both in the Arizona, this is the original kind of look for a Birkenstock, and the Giza that I'm wearing in this silver that's coming up. So if you want that python, these are all 100% brand new. First time you're seeing them, so you choose which color do you want. Do you want the eggshell or the black? And then do you choose, do I want the Arizona style, or do I want, with the toe bar, and it's very comfortable, the Giza style? And let me show you the 2 in the black as well, because I didn't show them early on, but here we go. There's your 2 options in the black. So it might be your favorite, might be the long-standing Arizona style, you know, or maybe say, no, I really like that kind of feminine, more feminine look of the Giza. So we do have both colors in this brand new python, but limited. In fact, most things in the show are actually quite limited. I do want to go over sizing on this too, if we can, Courtney, because we start at 5.5, we go up to 11.5. Please describe how we fit these.
Yeah, so we call this dual sizing. So if you're 6, 6.5, that's one size. 7, 7.5 is another size. Whole sizing, dual sizing. I wear a 9.5. I fit in that 9, 9.5. The thing about Birkenstock, which you really have to remember, is when you get these home, that you want to make sure your heel is really, really sitting in that heel cup. As you'll see on the models, their heels are really being cradled by that heel cup. And then their toes are not, you know, falling over that toe bumper. They're kind of just laying right under or right before that toe bumper. And that's important too, because then you are going to feel all the components of that great footbed. And when we talk about Birkenstock, we really need to talk about the footbed. That is the DNA of the brand. So we'll talk about that deep heel cup. That's going to cradle and stabilize your heel. The contoured footbed, that's going to support all of the arches of your foot. There's a roomy toe box. That's going to allow your toes to really move freely. And then there's a raised toe bar. That's going to land right underneath your toes. And so when you walk, it's going to create this natural gripping motion. And what that does is create circulation in your legs.
Yeah, which we love. And I think that's why you guys have just legions and legions and legions of fans. And it's not unusual that one customer would review about the Giza coming up and said, I've had 50 pairs over my lifetime. I mean, that's what people do. Once you go to Birkenstock, it's almost becomes like the shoe has been designed exactly for your feet and exactly for your body. And you know, really, Courtney, that is the key to the footbed. And I think that's why people just swear by them. Some people only wear Birkenstocks, and they could be in Chicago, Illinois in the middle of winter wearing a Birkenstock. with wool socks. With wool socks.
The more you wear them, the more comfortable they become. And that is also this really great thing about Birkenstock. So it's all about the footbed. That's what Birkenstock was founded on. Since 1774, we have been known for our footbed. And so you can look at how it's, you know, built. There are really, really great jute layers in that. That's going to create some really good strength. And jute is a natural wicking material, so that's going to keep your foot really dry. There's this great EVA outsole. It's super lightweight and also has treaded traction on the bottom. And let's not talk about the cork. When people see that cork footbed, that's what they really know Birkenstock for. And then, of course, the Suede footbed liner. And we were talking about how comfortable Birkenstocks are, because the more you wear them, the more comfortable they become, because the heat of your body is going to heat up that Suede footbed liner. And so eventually the heat from your body is going to leave your footprint embedded in the suede over time. And so that's how it becomes like a custom orthotic. The more you wear them, the more comfortable they become. We don't say you wear out your Birkenstocks, you wear them in.
Yes. Oh, that's so true, too. By the way, here's an update. If you want the Arizona in the Python, that's the iconic traditional. That one's called the Giza, which here at HSN, actually, that's our most popular. But this is the Arizona. This is more popular than the Giza in this one specifically. Our most limited of the two is going to be, which one? I'm going to guess the eggplant, actually, because I just think this is such a dressed up, the eggshell, excuse me, not eggplant, but eggshell. I think this is such a dressed up version of a Birkenstock, and it's still a beautiful neutral. And I think a lot of times, normally if you have a lot of Birkenstock, we tend to have the black or the brown, more of the solid colors. This is such a breath of fresh air. You know, a really kind of exotic python design, and then just that glimmer of gold. It's almost like jewelry for your feet, but you're still within that comfort that we love and is so coveted when you're wearing a Birkenstock sandal. So I think this is a great alternative. Most of your Birkies are black or brown or tend to be very basic color. I hope you'll really kind of go outside of your comfort zone a little bit and try something lighter. It's just the perfect spring summer color. And I think when you add kind of that golden glow, now this Birk can go elsewhere. It can go to that nicer restaurant. It can go to your friend's house if you're kind of dressing up a little bit. If you're going on vacation, maybe you're finally going on that cruise. That cruise been hanging out there for 2 years now, and you're finally gonna go on it. This is the dressier side. I think the more, I just think the sexier side of Birkenstock, you know? And I think it's lovely that we have this option. And by the way, first time you're seeing them, this is 100% brand new. It has never been on the air. And once again, it's your choice between, do you want to do the Giza design, which is the toe post, or do you want to do the Arizona, which is the double buckle? I do want to address adjustability if we can, Courtney, on both choices. Let's talk about that a little bit too, please.
You know, the best thing about Birkenstock is they really think about all of these comfort elements. So all of our Birkenstock shoes are fully adjustable. You'll notice on the Arizona, those are 2 adjustable working buckles. On the Giza, that is 1 working buckle. And so you can customize the fit of every single pair of Birkenstock. And that's, you know, that's what you don't get in a lot of shoes. You don't get that in a lot of comfort shoes. But at Birkenstock, everything is fully adjustable and everything is going to be put on that really great footbed. That's the DNA of our brand. And so we don't ever change the footbed, we're only going to change the upper. So once you know your Birkenstock size, that's the glory of wearing Birkenstock. You're going to be able to wear every single pair of Birkenstocks. You know your size, your foot's going to fit in that footbed. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and that's the consistency over, literally hundreds of years. And by the way, I want to show you, if you're getting the Giza, normally, I'm super honest always, I do not like anything between my toes, but every time I put a Birkenstock on, I'm okay with it. I'm really comfortable. You can see even that looks great, but it's very smooth against your toes. It doesn't start to get owie or hurty. If you know what I'm talking about. If you guys are like me,
right.
I tend to have really, I don't know, I guess that area of my foot's sensitive or something, but I typically don't like it. But when I put a Birkenstock on, it is not a problem. Hey guys, if you want to go to more of a very traditional and quite frankly, the iconic Birkenstock, it's the Arizona. And here we have it in those great base neutral colors. I have black, we have mocha, I also have stone available. And look at that white, isn't that fun? Just fresh, I love that. That stone color is almost like a taupey, and taupe is a wonderful neutral. If you guys have not ordered or owned taupe shoes, they become absolute favorites. I had a stylist tell me that years ago and I thought she was crazy. I'm like, no, taupe, who wants taupe? Then I started buying a pair. Oh my gosh, you just realize they look great, they elongate your foot, and they match virtually anything without having to be stark black or stark white. So I always get on a bit of a soapbox when it comes to taupe colors in anything, because I think they're awesome neutrals. Okay, so look at this. We're gonna go on the shiny side, more of a little patent side, a little dressier, I think a little cheekier when it comes to Birkenstock. And these are very limited. Just a little heads up on it, guys. I only have less than 400 available, and they're gone. We have the dove blue you're seeing on this side, and this is this great peach. It is in that patent design, and it is new for this season, so we recently launched it. Again, multi-sizing. We start with 5, 5.5, and we go up to 11 and 11.5. So this is rather cheeky, if I can borrow a word from Adam. I think this is so cute.
I love this shoe. You know, this is a new style for Birkenstock as well. And what I do really love is tonight we're showing you some newness. And, you know, if you've been a brand fan and you've seen, you know, Birkenstock on HSN, you know we have really great Arizona and Mayari. But this is where we're able to do a lot of fun things. So this is the Yao sandal, and we're doing it in a really great patent. So this is definitely a lot more opened up than, you know, you're used to seeing from Birkenstock. Asymmetrical, so it looks really elegant on the foot. And what I love about this, it has that white outsole. So it's super fun, it's super fresh, and it again, if you don't want a lot of foot coverage, this is a really great sandal. But it's also going to hold you in that footbed, which I think is super important because you want to feel the benefits of that footbed. You don't want to be slipping and sliding around. This shoe comes back far enough on the foot that you're going to be supported.
Yes, and I just want to show that because you bring up such a very, very good point. When you guys see the outside edges, notice everything goes backwards, back here. That's going to give you, and sometimes people say, oh no, I need a whole lot of coverage on my foot. No, this actually gives you, almost think of like a support bridge. You ever see a bridge that's only held up by strings? You know, I'm talking about cables. And why do they do it? When you see it, if it's a support bridge, the cables go like this. So think about it, looking at it sideways. The cable's gonna go like this. Exact same thing here. It's giving you that coverage. It's going back, and so it's gonna hold your foot in there very comfortably. Thus, you can have a more open design. And you know, quite frankly, in these hot, humid summer days, I like a Birkenstock that's got a little bit less, what do you say, like straps on them. You know what I mean? It's just, kind of takes them to a new comfort level.
Yeah, you don't want, I mean, some people just don't want a lot of foot coverage, and that's okay, you know, but you want the benefits of that Birkenstock footbed, especially, you know, we're getting out more, we're walking around, we're going to the park, we're going out to dinner, we're walking around the mall, and you want to be comfortable. You also want to be cute. And I say Birkenstock is the perfect outfit completer. You can dress this up, you can dress it up, you know, you can dress it down. You can wear this with almost everything in your closet. This is going to be your go-to shoe.
I can imagine, Courtney, how many people you talk to throughout your time with Birkenstock. What is the amount of Birkenstocks you've ever talked to a person? How many have they had? Like, who had the most Birkenstocks in their closet?
Well, you know, it's super funny because every time we kind of do this on HSN, everyone's like, oh, I have 50 pairs, or I have this many pairs. You know, it's kind of becomes this contest, and it's super, super fun. So when we have the people who call in, you know, these great ladies are like, no, I have 36 pairs, and you know, I've had, you know, a pair for 20 years. That is, you know, these are brand fans. They love Birkenstock. And when you talk about somebody who's had a pair of Birkenstock for 20 years, you know you're getting quality product. You're getting great craftsmanship. It's the heritage of the brand. This is an investment. This is not disposable footwear. You're investing in your health and wellness, but you're investing in really great, sustainable footwear.
Well, and I love that point, Courtney, too, because you're like, okay, you know, you can go out and buy, you know, $35 shoes or sandals. And the minute you hit a wet puddle in a downpour in the summer, they start to slip and slide, and they literally melt off your foot, or you see something pop on the side of it. With Birkenstocks, literally people will wear them, and they start at 19 years old, and when they're 39, that same pair is still in their closet, and they're still enjoying them. I mean, I'm sure the folks at Birkenstock would hope these would dissolve automatically after a decade or something. But seriously, when you invest, and it is an investment, it's not the least expensive shoes that we even offer, but the longevity and the quality and the benefits of wearing a Birkenstock far outweigh the price. So you're gonna divide that $100 by many, many, many years of wearing a great shoe that truly becomes like your favorite. And it's funny because you'll be wearing your Birkenstock and you wear it, and all of a sudden you go, you know what, I'm gonna wear a different sandal or a different shoe today because it matches my outfit better. And then you go, oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. The difference is day and night between wearing a Birkenstock and then wearing anything else out there. Isn't that funny too? Because you really, you wear a different shoe, about 2 hours in, you're like, why in the world am I not wearing my Birkenstocks?
Exactly, and honestly, that is why Birkenstock becomes this go-to shoe in your closet. You can have wedges, you can have stilettos, you can have other sandals, but when you make your choice, you know, at the beginning of your day, after you've invested in a pair of Birkenstock, you're like, this is what I want to put on my foot. They're super cute. It's the it sandal of the season, but they are so incredibly comfortable. And really, it's just about that footbed.
And guys, I have to give you an update. If you want that really beautiful kind of like baby blue color, that's the most limited or the most popular, Rocky? I forgot what you said. The blue was the most limited or most popular? I can't remember. Oh, both. Okay, it's the most popular and it's most limited. And it's fun to see a bright pop of color. You know, because a lot of times in Birkenstock, you see their core colors because they are classics, but it's fun to get that bright pop of color, a little bit of a candy color, like kind of the color of your favorite nail polish too for your toes, like a toenail polish. So it's pretty fun. All right, guys, I do want to tell you about our HSN card. It is a perfect weekend to grab it because this will come to a close rather rapidly. What you do is you pick up our HSN card for the first time. You get a whole lot of benefits that nobody else has access to. The best part about it right now is when you purchase that first item, I don't know, maybe it's the Giza sandal coming up or the sandal I'm about to talk about, we're gonna give you $40 off the price. Now envision this, if you went to a grocery store and you're at the checkout and the person behind the register says, oh, is this your first time shopping here? And you're like, well, yes, I've never shopped here before. And she looks at you and says, let me just take $40 off your bill. Your mouth would drop. That is a lot of money. That's a lot of savings. Well, you have access to that right now if you apply for our card. The problem is it's gonna go back to $10, so you always wanna get it when we do the $40 offer if you're brand new to it. All right, we're talking Birkenstock here at HSN this hour. I know we're busy for a couple of the designs, especially that last one. And by the way, that last one is really limited. I only started out with 400 total between all the sizes and those two great colors. So you don't want to wait too much longer if you're thinking about that one. All right, now we're going to talk about this next one. Again, this is new this season. We launched it very recently. I have three really pretty colors. This is the light rose. It's very much just a blush of rose color. Then we have your black, and this is more of a matte black. Have you seen those new cars that are done in matte black? There's something quite sexy about them. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're not shiny anymore. They're like really matte, and there's just something really good looking about those cars, and I think this is very similar to that. And then finally, the last one's gonna be what's called faded khaki. Now let me have a little khaki moment here. Of everything we've sold in fashion during this last spring, early summer, if it was in a khaki or an olive color, we cannot keep it in stock. I actually was wearing an off-the-shoulder camo thing for cooking the other day, and I had so many girls write and say, you gotta give me the item number for that shirt, because it was seriously camouflage. It was really cute. Anyway, if you have any of that and you don't have the perfect shoe to go with it, then you definitely want the faded khaki. This is terrific. Also, I think we'll play a little bit to grays. Also, I think it'll be very much to a taupe. So this actually is going to be almost like a chameleon color. If you're wearing khaki or you're wearing the olive green or you're wearing camo, this is great. I meant camouflage, by the way, camo. This is great. But then if you go to grays and taupes, you're going to be in good shape because I think that's a kind of a morphing color in this faded khaki. All right, so Miss Courtney, this is a little bit different than what we've seen before. I like that it kind of wraps around the toe. And again, smaller straps on these, a little bit more feminine in my mind.
Exactly, and that's why we love the Mayari. You know, we've been showing you guys a lot of new, fresh Birkenstocks, right? The Python, and we showed you some great patents, but this is really tried and true Birkenstock. This is a Birkenstock that you really can wear with anything. These are easy Birkenstock colorways that you can dress up, you can dress down. This is a staple colorway that you will have in your closet. And you know, Suzanne, you mentioned that shirt you were wearing the other night. I had a show right before that, and I purchased that shirt just because I loved it so much.
In the camouflage, wasn't that cute?
Adorable.
Hey, and
adorable.
by the way, did you know it comes with a matching solid tank?
Yes, I do.
It was on sale. Now people are going to be like, okay, somebody find the item number for that thing, for gosh sakes. I'm glad you got it. But wouldn't this be perfect with that? I'm so glad you saw that.
100%. But you know what? I love the Mayari because this is an easy sandal. You are going to be able to wear this with everything in your closet. I love it on the model with the dress and that really great jacket. And this is almost like a Grecian sandal, right? It loops around the toe. So if you don't really like anything in between your toe, this just loops around. So it's not aggressive whatsoever. You're getting full adjustability on both buckles. So that other strap comes higher on the foot. And again, when we talk about Birkenstock, we're talking about all the comfort elements. This is really going to hold your foot inside that footbed. And we talk about Birkenstock, we need to mention that footbed. That is the DNA of our brand. It starts with that deep heel cup. That's going to cradle and stabilize your heel. The contoured footbed, that is going to support all of the arches of your foot. The wide toe box. that is going to allow your toes to really move freely. No one wants their toes to be squished together and uncomfortable. And then of course there's a raised toe bar. It's going to lay right underneath your toes, and when you walk it creates a natural gripping motion. And if you've ever been to the beach, I mean, I live in Florida, so I mean, I'm at the beach all the time, but what you're going to notice is when you step in the sand, the first thing is your heel cup is going to dig in. This is what our footbed emulates. It emulates your foot in the sand, resting in its natural state. And then this is also, you know, you can see the components here of how this footbed is built. So we have an EVA outsole, and that is going to, you know, it's really lightweight, but there's traction. So it's going to have traction when you walk. There's also these jute layers, and it's going to be durable, but jute is also a natural wicking material, so it's going to really keep your foot dry. And then there's the Suede footbed liner. That is going to be almost like a custom orthotic. The more you wear this, the more comfortable it becomes.
And I think that's such a great shot, so you can really see the contours. You can see, look at the arch support. You can see there's that bar she's talking about in the top. And notice how deep that cup is around the heel to keep your foot in place. So it's not like you're flip-flapping in these. It's not like a traditional flip-flop whatsoever. Or have you ever heard somebody who scoots, you hear them coming, because to try to keep their sandals on, they scooch, and you hear them scraping their feet. You're like, pick your feet up, for gosh sakes. It's because they're trying to keep their sandals on. That will never, ever happen when you're wearing a Birkenstock. By the way, most popular colors, I'm so glad you guys are going for this, is the faded khaki. Any camo, any khaki, any taupes. I think this will play a little bit gray as well. If you like, just change your outfits with it, and I think you'll find this to be such a lovely color. But again, it doesn't matter if I've worn olive or khakis or any kind of camouflage print. Everything we've done in any version of that across all of our fashion lines literally is sold out. Like, it's crazy because everybody's just loving it. I think it's really fun. And this season they're more muted, and I think this really lends to that dustiness that we've seen this season in the camouflage prints. They're not super stark or anything I see on our beautiful dress. Same kind of concept, a little dustier, a little softer version of it, and this will play beautifully back into that. Now, Courtney, I do have a question I don't think I've ever asked you before. How in the world, how many hundreds of years ago did they figure out this footbed, and how did they figure out using cork?
Well, I think what happened was, you know, all the way back in 1774, and this is just going off the history that I have for 10 years with the brand, but cork is, you know, it comes from a tree. And so when you take cork off of the tree, cork is a natural regenerating material. So if you strip cork from a tree, it regenerates itself every 9 years. So I think cork is also super, super lightweight. So this was a natural material to begin with. And so when they added the cork and they were able to grind up that cork and add the latex, it's super, super lightweight, but it's also extremely durable, and it's also really lasts a very, very long time. And, you know, when we talk about people having Birkenstock for 20 years, you know, this cork latex material here is going to last. This does not, like, you know, deconstruct really. This is just, it hangs on, you know? And really so people who have Birkenstock for 20 years, this is what it does. I mean, this is quality footwear. I cannot say enough about this brand, and working for them for 10 years and just learning so much about the history and the heritage, and, you know, visiting the factories in Germany. This is all German made. Going to the factories and seeing people who hand touch each and every single pair of shoes. I mean, that's something to be said about a footwear brand. You do not hear about that. There are actually people who touch every single pair of Birkenstock footwear.
Yes, and I love their passion. And you've got to think about it. If a company started in the 1700s, and they're still around today, and they're known throughout the world, and all ages wear them, and all genders wear them, they've got to be amazing. They have to be. There. You know, how many shoe companies have come and gone? You know, how many shoe companies, like, what happened to that one shoe company years ago? To be able to last in that very competitive environment of making shoes, it's got to be really special. It must be different. It's got to feel different. And this does, because simply if it wasn't that great, you wouldn't be around since the 1700s. I think that speaks volumes for not only the quality, but truly how you feel wearing a Birkenstock. Like, there are people, many of you, who absolutely won't wear anything else. Even, like I said, even in the dead of winter, I've seen people in wool socks wearing Birkenstock. Now, they have done more winter styles, you know, more recently, but boy, that's how much people love them. And it's a great opportunity with our flex pay tonight and with free shipping. That's a really big deal. If you have not seen the show so far today or watched today, we have free shipping only up until midnight. So we're down to the last couple, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3.5 hours left. That, you can save a ton of money just by getting free shipping. So if you have 5 things in your cart, or you're shopping right now, or you're thinking about buying a few things, everything's free ship, but it ends in 3.5 hours, so you don't want to wait. You want to get it ordered tonight, right? This is a perfect time to try Birkenstock. And we have FlexPay. If you go to the mall, you can find Birkenstock. They have their own stores, for gosh sakes. They're not going to give you 3 months to pay it off. You got to pay it off right then. You got to pay for all of it. We here at HSN are going to allow you to pay it off 3 months, but it ships right away. So another way to add a new Birkie to your collection, or maybe try it for the very first time. Guys, this is the most popular right now. Look what's coming up. Something totally different from Birkenstock, and I love it.
Destination Summer is here for your beauty, electronics, and home solutions. Plus, don't miss the premiere of Skinny Girl Eats by Bethany Frankel and a new to-go collection with Samantha Brown. Destination Summer, Wednesday at midnight on HSN and at hsn.com.
I'm Samantha Brown, and through my travels, I've learned that when function and form come together, the experience is effortless. That's why I've put together this collection of functional styles that will quickly become your go-tos for on the go. Whether you're running errands, spending the day at the park, or embarking on a road trip, my unique collection has you covered. Come join me as I discover more of the perfect pieces for your travels.
I'm Bethany Frankel. I'm a busy mom, entrepreneur, author. Well, I do believe that food should not only be healthy, but taste delicious, which is why I've developed Skinny Girl Eats. Skinny Girl lets you enjoy the happy moments without the guilt.
How about Skinny Girl Eats? I love food that looks good, tastes good, and you don't feel guilty about it. Hallelujah. Actually, that debuts on Wednesday, doesn't it? So that's pretty exciting. So I hope you guys can join us for that. Hey, also, let me give you a couple programming notes. I am super, super into crafting. It's one of my categories I love to do. I've been passionate about it since I was a little girl. And on Tuesdays, we do something really cool. I actually go live from my own house on Suzanne Runyon, HSN's Facebook page. Please like it. And I do this whole crafting preview, and we talk crafts. It's really fun. But what's really neat is at 9:30 on Tuesday nights, go to HSN's Facebook page, and we do a live crafting show that has never been on the air. And it's been on now for about 3 months. And it's 9:30, go to our Facebook page, you'll watch me live. I bring in guests and we craft together, and it's items that have never been seen on the air before. So we always do quirky things and different things and stuff you normally don't see on the air, and it's really a fun Tuesday night. So that's 9:30 Tuesday night. It's called HSN Gets Crafty with me, Suzanne, and it is strictly online. You cannot see it live here on television. So I hope you can mark that on your calendar and join me for 4 p.m. from my home, and then 9:30 as we do crafts on Tuesdays. All right, love this next Birkenstock, because if you love the comfort of Birkenstock, but you crave wearing a heel, that's me. I want the comfort, I want all the benefits of that footbed, but I really want a heel. I want to rock a heel as long as I can. Birkenstock has done it. And I want you to not walk, but run to your tablet, your computer, your cell phone, or your phone and order these. They are fantastic. This is the Soli, and it's a leather wedge. Now, when you think of a wedge, do not freak out, because a lot of people wear Birkenstocks, wear them because there's no real heel to them. But you know Birkenstock is not going to go into a footbed that doesn't give you all the comfort and benefits of their traditional flatter footbed. So you get the best of all worlds, especially if you do want a little heel. And a wedge is like wearing a platform. It feels like you're wearing a much lower shoe because it is that wedge design. You're not this deep. You're actually only about that deep when you're wearing it, okay? So here are the colors. We start off on this one's called the soft pink, which I think is gorgeous. Then again, we have that great matte black. Check out ginger brown. Love that with denim. Oh my goodness. And then finally, the ultimate for me in terms of khaki or of a taupe is what's called sandcastle. This is called sandcastle. Courtney, I am so excited about this because I like height. You know, it helps me look a little thinner, anything I can do. So when Birkenstock decided to go to actually adding a heel, that probably shocked a lot of people.
Absolutely. So this is Papillion by Birkenstock. This is where we can step out of the box a little bit. So Papillion is a sub-brand underneath Birkenstock, so people don't be confused. It's still made by Birkenstock, but this is where we can add some height. This is where we can do wedges. We can think outside of the box. And this is a perfect example of taking Birkenstock to new heights. You are getting the Birkenstock footbed, but we're able to do it in a wedge. And what I love about this is everyone loves their Birkenstock. We know that. Everyone loves that flat Birkenstock sandal. But you are getting the Birkenstock sandal in a wedge. People are going back to work. We're seeing that every single day, and they can't wear Birkenstock to work. But now you can, because you're able to get that Birkenstock sandal inside this absolutely adorable, adorable wedge.
Love, 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 love. Like this to me is my style of Birkenstock. It really is. I mean, I've got the classic, and again, like you said, but I do. I'm so happy to be going out again and dressing up again, but I crave that footbed. Everybody does, and I just think these turned out fantastic. I do want to show you there. So this is a sub-brand of Birkenstock, but it's still the same great footbed that we know and love. Again, this is it a $29 shoe? No, it's not, I get that. But you're gonna literally rock this for years and years and years. And there are occasions where we do want something a little dressier. We want a longer looking leg. I'll do anything to make myself look longer and leaner. And putting on a heel is great, but putting on a wedge is easy. A lot of times you put a heel on, you're like, oh man, most of us say at a certain age, I'm done with heels. I just can't do them anymore. So you're looking for the perfect alternative. To me, this is the trompe-l'oeil, the fool the eye. It looks like I'm rocking a big, tall heel, but it will not feel that way whatsoever because of that wedge design. And I would love you to explain that, Courtney, because you're the shoe expert, but that's kind of the magic behind wearing a wedge.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And so if you notice in the very front of that shoe, it's a platform. So that's going to raise you up a little bit. So you're not being pitched forward. And then if you go like you're seeing Suzanne, she takes her fingers and goes along that wedge. So you're really not sitting on top of a very high heel. This is not, you're not even going to feel this pitching you forward as you feel in some wedges, in some heels. Your foot is still going to relax inside of that footbed because you're not really high up. It's only kind of like this false sense of a wedge, but it actually, you're not being, pitched forward or high up. It's just really almost like a comfort sandal. It's almost like being in the flat Birkenstock, but it does give you a little more height. And when I tell you that, like being on the shoe for 12, 14 hours is super easy because I do it at shows all of the time and my feet feel great. I have a lot of counterparts and friends in the industry who leave the shows and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to take my shoes off. I'm like, not me, absolutely not, because these are just as comfortable as the traditional Birkenstock sandal. So if you get these home, I'm going to tell you, ladies, put them on, walk around. These are a stable wedge. You're not shaky on them. Your foot is really sitting inside that heel cup as it does in a regular traditional Birkenstock, but you're getting this really elegant, beautiful wedge.
Yeah, I love this. And I also love the fact when you talk about stability, this whole wrap around the ankle, again, super soft. Never worry about any Birkenstock rubbing or you have to put a Band-Aid on to wear them. But this gives you tons of stability because it's locking the shoe around your ankle. And then obviously you have the adjustability of both the back and the front. I really am excited because you guys are loving this. And it's a wonderful alternative. If you love your Birkenstock, for a lot of us, we crave having a higher heel. I do. I don't really want to give up on them. I can't. But I've learned that wedges and platforms are my super secret, okay? That is the secret to being able to look like you're wearing a higher heel, but it doesn't feel that way. All right, here we go. If you want the ginger brown, oh my gosh, if you love your denims, You gotta get this. There are 4 dozen left, so this is almost gone. I have 6, and of course that's multi-sizing through 11 and a half. So I lost a couple sizes in the ginger brown. Notice I'm holding the sandcastle because this is the one I want to order. Is it really limited? So, oh shoot, I have 5, 5 and a half, 6, 6 and a half. Oh shoot, I don't even have my size in this anymore. And there's only 4, oh, that's almost gone. There's only 40 left, guys. And then I do love, now I gotta pick a different color, right? The pink is your best bet, which I do think is very pretty. And then of course we have your black, which is easy. So again, think the wedding coming up. Think the, you know, I've got a baby shower coming up, and maybe you say, well, heels are out for me, but I still wanna feel dressed up. Go for the Birkenstock. It gives you a heel, but you get all the comfort and benefits of wearing a Birkenstock. I think you're just, I really do. I think you're just gonna be thrilled with that one. That is a great shoe. Darn, that sandcastle, I was hanging on to that too, wasn't I? Did you notice? I wouldn't put it down. I'm like, oh shoot, it's almost sold out. All right, so Courtney's joining me. Of course, she's been with Birkenstock for 10 years, and we've got an absolute favorite. Now, what I find interesting is the Arizona was the original look at Birkenstock, and that is worldwide their #1 bestseller. I mean, it's very, very popular. The Giza here at HSN is actually our most popular version that you guys love. And I really believe the difference is it is a bit more feminine. It's got the toe bar, which we'll talk about in a second. But I think that's one of the reasons, because we still want femininity, and the Arizona's fine. And there are legions of fans who love it and wouldn't wear anything else. But for me personally, I think the Giza is a bit more feminine because there's not quite as much material on it as you would on the Arizona. So here we go. In terms of colors, we're gonna start on this end. You're seeing actually black right there, which has a little, no, that might be, is that the Onyx or is that the black? That's the Licorice. Okay, we're gonna get it straight. Do I squeeze these two together? Okay, you wanna do this? Okay, let's slide them in. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna start on this end, so I'll get it straight. Over here, we have your deep mocha. Look how pretty that is. Gorgeous. Then the next one's gonna be black. Now that's your black, and I'm gonna grab that in a minute and I'll compare it to the other colors once I get to the other end. This is silver. I'm wearing this because I'm wearing Jay King, and he bases everything on silver, and so I decided to wear the silver. I love that glow. Then we have your white. I mean, so much fun, perfect summer color. Now, this one is called Onyx. Think of it as a little bit of a metallic gray, almost like a hematite, a light hematite. And then finally, the last one is called Licorice. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put all 3 of these together so you can see. This is your Onyx, so it's a little lighter, more grayish. This is your black. You can see it's matte, and the Licorice has a little bit more of a sheen to it. So that's black, and this is called Licorice. Again, size-wise, we start at 5, 5 and a half, and we go through 11, 11 and a half. And Courtney, before we get into this, I do want you to repeat how we do sizing, because Birkenstock is kind of unique in its own, and how it should fit and feel.
It absolutely is. So we call this whole sizing or dual sizing. So if you wear a 6, 6 and a half, you're going to fall into that 6, 6 and a half, 7, 7 and a half, and so on. I'm a 9 and a half, and I fit into that 9, 9 and a half. But when we talk about fit with Birkenstock, the most important thing is when you get these home, ladies, is that your foot is going to sit inside that heel cup. It's not going to push out. It's not going to fall over. It's really resting right inside that heel cup. So it's cradling the heel. And then your toes should not be rubbing up against that toe bumper. They should lay right in front of it. And you're going to feel the toe bar resting underneath your toes. And so then you'll feel all of the components of this Birkenstock footbed working, because if you're not in the right fit, it's going to be super uncomfortable. So it's key to make sure that your heel is really resting in that heel cup and your toes aren't pushing up against that toe bumper. And then you really are going to feel the arch support. You're going to feel that toe bar underneath your toes. But again, Birkenstock, that's what makes it super, super unique, is really getting that right fit. And once you have the right fit, and honestly, if you're, you know, a 6, 6 and a half, order that 6, 6 and a half. And when you get it home, it should allow your heel to really rest in that heel cup. And you're going to feel all of the components of that footbed. You're going to feel the arch support. You're going to feel that toe bar resting underneath. And that's when you know the Birkenstock fit is correct.
And not to confuse the issue, but Courtney, for me, I'm at 8 and a half, but sometimes I wear some 9s, but I lean to 8 and a half more often. Should I go with 8, 8 and a half then?
always say go to true to size, because, you know, we see a lot of people wearing Birkenstock and they're falling out of it because they're like, oh, it doesn't fit right. You know, it feels a little big. Your Birkenstock is going to feel a little big because your heel is sitting in a heel cup. People aren't used to that. People aren't used to a little extra bit of shoe. This is almost like walking in the sand. It's allowing your foot to really rest in its natural state. And that's super important to know. So your heel is going to sit inside that heel cup. It's really going to cradle and stabilize your heel. And then the arch support, you're going to feel that contoured footbed. You're going to feel it supporting all of the arches of your foot. There is a wide toe box. That allows your toes to move freely. Yes, you want your toes to move freely. It is going to be a little wider than most people are used to. And then you're going to have that toe bar. That toe bar is really going to rest right underneath your toes. And so when you're walking, it's going to create a natural gripping motion. So some people are like, oh, it feels a little big. No, this is how it should fit if your heel is really fitting in that heel cup and your toes aren't hitting that bumper, and you're going to feel all of the components of the footbed.
It's funny, it feels big, but it's not loose. That's really important to understand too. I think that's the dichotomy of wearing a Birkenstock. And then once you get used to it, oh my gosh, like you just, again, it'll literally be your go-to shoe. People just wear them constantly all the time. It feels so good because it's literally custom molding exactly to your feet eventually as you're wearing them. Okay, I do want to talk about the little toe bar here, because a lot of people like me, I'm very sensitive to having anything between my toes, but with your Birkenstock toe bar, I tend to not have any issues whatsoever.
You know, again, Birkenstock really thinks of all of these great comfort elements. So most toe posts that you see are rounded. This is flat. This is almost like a flat pancake, you know, that goes right, it slides right in between your toes, and you really do not feel it. So you're not feeling an aggressive toe post. It's really slim, it's really slender, and it just slides right in between your toe. And the Giza, again, this is a thong. It elongates your foot. It looks beautiful on your foot. It's going to go all the way up. Fully adjustable, felt lined. And that's another key point of Birkenstock. These are felt lined. So the moment you put it on, it's not going to rub. It's not going to create blisters. And, you know, again, Birkenstock thinking of all of these really great comfort elements, and it's fully adjustable. So you're going to be able to adjust that buckle to your perfect fit. And because it rides so high up on your foot, it's going to hold you inside that footbed. Again, that is key to Birkenstock. You know, being able to be held inside that footbed. That shoe's not going to wiggle. It's not going to shake. You know, when you're walking, you are going to feel secure. And so this, again, is, I mean, you put on a Birkenstock, you get used to that footbed, and I tell you, ladies, you are going to not want to put another shoe on your foot.
It's so true. All right, most popular right now are the mocha, which is gorgeous. It's kind of a dusty, chocolatey color. Think of like a dusting of chocolate on a really beautiful little piece of candy. And the black, the classic black. I do want to go through the other colors again and then give you a reference on the three darkest because they're similar, but I want to make sure you get it right. This is the silver, that's the one I'm wearing right now. We have the white, I just think super fresh for summer. This one is the, officially we're calling that Onyx, so it's a gray, like a little bit of a metallic gray, but I want you to see here, this is your black, so that's Onyx, this is black, and then this is Licorice. And then I'll show you the difference between the Onyx and the silver. So here's Onyx if you want a deep gray, almost like a lighter hematite. And then this is silver. As you can see, it's silver. So that, just want to make sure you can define the three different choices. Courtney, I think this is cute too, because there's tons of great 5-star reviews. Like this is an absolute favorite here at HSN. It has been for years. But this one's really cute. This gal is Rebecca Sue. She's from Washington. And she's talking specifically about this shoe. She said, just purchased my second pair of this style because they're just so darn cute and comfy. I thought that was a great review. And Rebecca, you're 100% correct about that. They're so darn cute and so darn comfy. All right. I'm gonna step over just a moment here because I wanna show you my whole outfit because I think this is important because why did I wear, these are the Giza and I'm wearing them in the silver, okay? Now why am I wearing the Giza silver? Because I am wearing J. King. And why am I why wearing J. King? Well, J. King always has extenders and his jewelry is all based on silver. But we're celebrating one of our all-time favorite jewelry designers, J. King, online. So we'd love you to go see his collection. In fact, many of our hosts who are on with him a lot of the time is we went on and we picked some of our favorites, and I gave you comments about why I love the pieces that I picked for his online section. If you loving the jewelry that our models are seeing or that I'm wearing, please check out the Best of J. King event. It is indeed taking place on hsn.com right now, and search the item Best of J. King. And you'll see the ones I picked, and then I commented on why I picked those as some of my all-time favorites. So if you want to find out why I like them, and I love Jay and I love his jewelry, then you can certainly check that out and maybe find a brand new pretty piece for you. All right, look at the next one. Okay, this is cool. So we had the wedges earlier, very different from Birkenstock. You've seen the Arizona, the classic. We show you our Giza, which is a favorite here. But now let's check out metallic, almost foil. This is so hip. I literally saw these from across the room and I went, hello, these are cool. All right, two different choices. This is called metallic silver. I also have the second choice, which is gonna be anthracite, which is super cool. It's kind of like, think a hematite stone, but then add just a blush of pink, almost rainbowy colors in there. It's like almost morphing, which is really different. And then finally, we've got copper as our third choice. So copper is also another option. Okay, Courtney, so I don't know what they were doing when they decided to do these finishes, but they're fabulous.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think this is really great that we're showing on this show all of these new, fresh, fashion-y colors from Birkenstock. You know, typically we show you, you know, kind of our basics and our tried and true, but this is super fun. So if you already own a black pair or you own a mocha pair, you know, you own the white, this is when you get to get a little funky, a little edgy. I love the silver with the white bottom. This is genuine leather, which is nice, and it's fully adjustable. This is our iconic Arizona, the shoe that everybody knows, that everybody loves. We are in love with metallics. Metallics are like a new basic. You wear metallics with everything in your closet. You cannot go wrong, right? They're like a new neutral. So the silver will go with everything in your closet. And I'm telling you, comfort is the new cool. So this is the shoe that you have to have in your closet this season. And then of course, you know, there's that really great anthracite. That's more of like this gunmetal gray color, which again is a great neutral. You can wear it, dress it up, dress it down. Birkenstock is the perfect outfit completer. I mean, how great is this? And you know, some people just want a little more extra. They want to be a little extra. This is where you can be extra.
This is the mod version of a Birkenstock. I think it's super groovy. I think it's really mod. It's really fun. And you know, you're right. This is for those of you, if you say, you know what, I just, you know, I'm not a wallflower. You know, when I go into a room, I want people to go, wow, she is really cool. Like she has got it going. I want you guys to grab these if you can. If you've never seen them before, which I clearly have not, I think they are fun. I think they're really, really different. They're pretty exciting, you know? And again, you have all that benefit that we love at Birkenstock. You know, how have they been around since 1700s? It's because they consistently, year after year, decade after decade, and believe it or not, century after century, they produce basically a comfort that's unmatched. And what's so interesting to me, Courtney, is no other company has been able to achieve what Birkenstock does. And you're not around since the 1700s. They've got to be one of the longest running brands ever in the history of the shoe industry. But you don't last that long unless they consistently deliver quality, durability, and an unprecedented comfort. That's what you're getting when you buy a Birkenstock. And that's what we want. Is it a $25 little dum-dum flip-flop? No. Is it a $15 one that falls apart the first time you wear it? No. Yes, you spend more for Birkenstock, but you divide that by years of wear. like years. We have some gals, Courtney, I know you meet them all the time. They're like, oh, I wore my first pair of Birkenstock for 25 years, you know what I mean? Or they have 50 pairs, and a lot of them are over a decade old. You know, that's what's so great about investing in a Birkenstock, because you do invest in better health, you feel better wearing them, they customize to your feet and your footbed, and then obviously you put on some awesome style. These are fun, girl. So metallic silver, anthracite, and then also we have that really cool copper. If you're a rose gold kind of gal, you might want to go for the copper. Okay, so we are going to move on now to the most affordable shoe in our show. So if you guys want to jump into the Birkenstock world, or let's say, and this is the perfect summer sandal, you say, okay, I'd like to try Birkenstock. I'd like to get kind of an idea of what it's about. This is like sort of a different take on that, but this is easy breezy summer. This is going through the wet grass. This is taking the dog on the walk. This is hitting a mud puddle. This is going to the beach, the lake, or the pool, and it is wildly lightweight. So if you're packing and you're saying, okay, I want to take a pair of Birkies with me that are really cute, great colors, but I don't want a lot of weight in my bag, you've come to the right place. Now, remember, we're the only place where you get 3 flex pays, and today, only for 3 more hours and about 10 minutes, you're getting free shipping on everything. So this is your opportunity to save money on the shipping and grab a really cute version of a Birkie. All right, so these are the Honolulu, perfectly named. The colors we have is, this is watermelon over here, which I think is so much fun. It reminds you just of a nice fruit, okay? Then the next one we have on this side is called Purple Fog. After that, we have Beet Purple. Yeah, it's kind of a fuchsia pink. And then finally here at the end, this is called the Silver. And once again, sizes start at 5, 5.5, and in this case, we go to 10, 10.5. So we do not have the 11, 11.5. So this is really fun. My gosh, Courtney, you have brought us a lot of fun styles on the show today, but so lightweight.
So I love this. This is our EVA product. We brought this to the market a couple years ago because we didn't have an alternative for footwear when people wanted to go to the beach, the pool, the spa to get it wet. Because ladies, you do not want to get your traditional Birkenstock suede, cork, you don't want to get that wet. So we were like, hey, what can we do? So we thought about it and brought EVA to the market. So when we talk about EVA, this is super, super lightweight, but you're getting the Birkenstock footbed, you're getting all of those components, but in EVA. So it has the heel cup, it has the arch support, it has the wider toe box, and it also has that toe bar, but it's all done in EVA. And this, when I tell you it's lightweight, this shoe floats. That's how lightweight it is. You can throw it in your bag. You'll never know it's there. And if you wanted to throw something on, so say, you know, you have to work and you have to wear high heels, you should have bought the wedges, but say you didn't. You can put this on your commute. It's so incredibly comfortable and it's so lightweight. You're never going to notice it's in your bag.
Yeah, no, my gosh, it's like, it could literally, if it could almost float up off my hands. I mean, just like, whoa, because it's feather weight. And I love what you said too, if you're just tossing them in your little tote because you're gonna switch into them later, or if you're the kind of, you know, are the kind of person or the mom, you know, right now who's, you've got to take the kids to camp and then you're gonna run them to the swimming pool because you guys are gonna hang out there for the afternoon, or maybe you're lucky enough and you're gonna go to the lake house, or maybe you've rented a Airbnb somewhere and there's a lake or a pond or whatever. These are just great shoes for that. Also, if you're scooting around town all day long, you know, a lot of times it's a hot, sticky summer day and you just don't want anything heavy on your feet. You just slide these on and out the door you go. For a lot of people, this is walking the dog shoe. You know what I mean? Because if you go through that wet grass early 6 a.m. in the morning when the puppy needs to go out, you won't care. If you live more in an outdoor, more acreage, you have more of a farm environment, you walk around in these because you don't care if they get muddy, because literally you're gonna take the hose and you're gonna just wash them off with water and they're gonna look fantastic. But I love the fact that they could actually mold that special footbed into the EVA so perfectly, because you do get all the benefits of the shaping of the footbed.
Exactly. And that's, I mean, that is the benefit of the EVA. I mean, it's giving you the benefits of the Birkenstock footbed, but this is something you can get wet. So you have the heel cup, you have the arch support, you have that wide toe box, you have the toe bar. So if you need, you know, to go to the beach, the pool, the boat, I wear these to the nail salon because, I mean, your toes are out and you can put them on instead of those like tiny little flat like shoes that they give you at the nail salon. This is a perfect pedicure sandal.
That is great. I love that idea. Have you ever tried
amazing.
Courtney, you ever tried to wear those little
yeah.
flip-floppy things? The minute you hit the sidewalk beside the nail salon, they completely rip off your feet. It just does not work.
Or you feel every stone, right? You're like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Here you go. We've got the alternative. Also, if you say, I love my Birkenstocks, but maybe you say, you know, $125, $135 is a bit out of my budget. This is a great alternative. It is the most affordable shoe of the entire show. So definitely don't miss out on it. One other really big deal before I let Miss Courtney go is we have free shipping only for about 3 more hours. And that is highly rare to see free shipping on our Birkenstock collection. So if you are getting a couple pairs, make sure you get it checked out before midnight. If you're shopping with me with Corez the last couple of hours, make sure to get all that checked out before midnight so you can definitely take advantage of the savings you'll get on the free shipping. Courtney, honey, good to see you as always. Thanks for hanging out this hour.
Thank you. And I think I see you tomorrow, too.
Okay, fine. All right, I see Adam, the handsome, oh so talented, gorgeous Adams joining you next. Stay with us.
This June, HSN and QVC celebrate LGBTQ+ Pride Month with our customers, vendors, team members, and communities. HSN and QVC stand with the LGBTQ+ community. We'll be highlighting LGBTQ+ owned or founded businesses that are a part of our family. Plus, we're offering a specially curated collection of products to help you show your pride. To learn more, visit hsn.com and qvc.com and search Pride Month.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
Well, happy Saturday. Come on in, take your shoes off, make yourself comfortable. Welcome to our open house